Good morning. I'm taking a walk here in the San Francisco Presidio, and take a look. This is George Lucas's studio. So much creativity going on here. It's right next to another one of my favorite places. Right there, that dome thing is the Palace of Fine Arts. Anyway, I'm taking a walk here and just thinking about my year in review, and it's so nice and peaceful here. And I was just thinking about one of the biggest lessons I learned last year, and I was wondering what your biggest lesson was. So my biggest lesson was that it's funny that I'm talking about finding my path, because I'm literally walking. Take a look at that path, on a path right now. But I learned that it's okay to be lost and feel like you're either going around in circles sometimes, or you feel like, you're just chugging along and you feel like nothing's happening sometimes. But I realized that I was speaking with one of the owners of the San Francisco CrossFit, Kelly Starrett, one of the most inspiring coaches I've ever met. And he was telling me that it's okay to be lost. And I was thinking about this notion about being lost and being okay with what is, because so many times we like to have control, or we think we have it figured out, but really we ain't got nothing figured out in this world. Can I say #adulting? But he said, so I'm at a holiday party and Kelly was like, do you know you're a badass? And I was like kind of laughing it off. And he goes, no, seriously, you really stand out. And he was talking about an interview that I did for my podcast, Truth Dare. And he remembered a lot of sort of the life lessons we talked about, like consistency. We talked about how success is sort of an illusion, and how that there's nothing such a thing as overnight success. And he said, you have a gift of connecting with people and talking. And he's like, you're gonna get your talk show, because he knows that's my next goal. And it's funny because I was just thinking about my whole career, and in the past year it just felt like I was going around in circles. I spent a good chunk of time healing with the death of my brother-in-law to suicide, and it's just been over a year and a half, and the grief has settled in. So I wrote a blog recently about the not so holly jolly Christmas, and how it's okay to feel all the feels, because that's really the way you heal. And Kelly was like, it's good that you're lost, because when you are lost, that means you're going in the right direction. And for me, and a lot of creative people, I'm sure this resonates with you, is that it would be the death of you if you weren't creative daily, or if you just went every day with no creative outlet to a job, whether it be a corporate job or a job that you feel like you're betraying yourself, or you don't feel like you really belong there. It's not rising to meet your best self. That is, I think, a long, slow death. And I don't know, I'd rather live a short life and have it filled with joy and excitement and doing things that I really love and being with people that I love, rather than just doing, the status quo thing. So, I felt like when I woke up many mornings this year as I was going through my grief, I just really felt like a loser. And I had to really check myself and say, hey, that's ego talking, and that's really not me. Those are my thoughts. So I finally, now that the year has ended, realized that it's okay to be in the lostness and the isness that is, and learn from it. And I think if you are feeling lost, or you feel like business has slowed down and nothing is moving, you just have to know that you are exactly where you are supposed to be at this moment. And really, everything happens in divine order. So you got to keep setting your intentions out there. You got to keep taking action. You got to surrender. And surrender is the hard part. I can talk about that next time, but it's just putting in the work and letting it go without any expectations. And that is a spiritual practice unto itself. So here's to 2019. 2018, I can say bye, Felicia. And as I continue this walk and this journey this morning and into the new year, I wanted to wish you a happy new year. Happy journeying or adventuring. And my biggest challenge to you is to continue to work hard, continue to, set the intention, take action, and let it be. And think about ways or exercises in which you can do more of that. It could be journaling, it could be having a support group of some sort, but just think about that and see what manifests in the new year. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Take care. Happy 2019. I'm ready for you. See ya. Bye.